Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are back with another video about Outlaw Troopers from the FGL studio. The preseason just kicked off about 24 hours ago, and regular season, the season where you can start getting higher ranking and getting rewards from it, is coming here very shortly. So I wanted to do a quick video around all the updates that are happening here in Season 5, just to make sure that you have all the information that you need going into the season and can really capitalize and be efficient with it. If you are new to the game or haven't even tried it, but you're thinking about it, now is the perfect time to go ahead and jump in there, because at the beginning of the season, fresh start for everybody, and you can go ahead and start ranking out there early, and you have plenty of time to place really well on the leaderboard and really get a seasonal reward. So that's why you may want to jump in now. Before we really go through all the details, I got to do the normal disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any game. Don't just jump in because I said so. So let's go ahead and dive into some of the big changes and some of the minor changes that you're going to see in Season 5 of Outlaw Troopers. So let's go ahead and dive in there with the 5 gears that are on their way in for Season 5. First of all, the Assassin Stance. Basically, if you're using stealth devices on yours, by using this device, you no longer have cooldowns for your stealth devices. The problem is that area degeneration really deals 50% more damage against you, plus the enemies around you also give or increase their damage against you by 50%. So there's some give and take there, but if you're using stealth, it may work out for you. The next item is the Guardian Stance. This is basically you reduce the amount of damage that you take by 50%, but it also decreases the damage that you put out there and the speed of your ship, both by 50%. So it's a tanky type of gear that helps you out here. The next on the list is the Apex Stance. This basically, if your health or your shield or your armor are over 50%, you're going to go ahead and deal 100% more damage than you normally would. But if either of those drop below 50%, then you're going to go ahead and get an increase of damage from your enemies by 50%. So it's great if you're going out there and you're just attacking, you're very aggressive and going after and attacking, but just make sure that your shield or your armor don't get below 50%, or else you're going to be taking a lot more damage than you normally would. I'm going to skip over the Constructor because that's probably my favorite out of all 5. And let's talk about the Nano Virus. This is essentially, you go ahead and you can select a target, you can target them, and you give them a virus. So every time that they try and heal, they take damage from it, and it's contagious to other ships, including wingmen and minions. The only person that can't get this virus is the caster, basically your ship. But it's interesting because if the other ships are healing a lot, they'll take quite a bit of damage from this virus. But again, it will impact minions and wingmen also. My favorite out of all 5 of this is the Constructor. This is basically, you'll construct a turret on the current tile that you're on that is forever. It'll stay there the entire time, and it cannot be destroyed, which is interesting because it gives you another attacker on your end. But obviously, if you cruise all the way to the other side of the map, it's not going to do a ton other than ships that spawn right around it. But it's neat. My favorite is always getting like the wingmen and the minions when I have extra attackers to help me out there. So this one's probably one that I'm going to try and chase down and definitely be using, or at least testing out to see how it works. All right, those are the 5 gears that are going to be added here in Season 5. Let's talk about some of the other benefits that are going to be out there. All right, we are in here to the actual live game itself, pre-season for Season number 5, and we're going to go ahead and dive and actually show you some of the new features and new ease of life items that are in the game right now. First of all, what we want to show you is Missions has a minor UI upgrade. Instead of going through when you go ahead and try and launch and having to pick everything out, what the game's now going to do is it's going to go in there and it's going to give you the best available options to go ahead and send them on different missions. So if I close this one out and go back, I can go ahead and just select salvaging, and it's going to keep putting it in there. So if I go ahead here and I jump back to heist and I click on this one, I'm going to change because I want to hold on. Actually, no, we'll send them on this one. You go ahead and once I confirm deployment, it's going to show the next best option as far as sending them out. You can see it automatically fills them in there, automatically fills your gear in there. It's a nice little bonus that they have in there, a nice little ease of life. So you can just go through them pretty quickly and send your troops on missions rather than clicking on everything. Again, a minor change, but something that's pretty cool. Another change that they put in there are the bounties. These are daily quests that you can go ahead and run. There's a maximum of 20 that you can run for each of them, and each of your troops can run them. So you'll go ahead, it costs this in order to get started, and these are the possible rewards. Right now, I only have one that's available, but there is a screenshot in the sneak peek section that shows a wide range of them that you can go ahead and send your troops on. And you'll see here there's a wide range of rewards too. You have the option to go ahead and send them depending on the cost or the rewards. If you don't like the cost rewards, you can go ahead and re-roll it so it shows you some new results as far as that goes. As far as the difficulty and the rewards, they do increase by rarity of your troops. As you can see, the commons here it's a cheap price to get in there, but the rewards are also pretty low. If you look over here on the epic side, you're going to see it's going to be a little bit higher cost, but the rewards are much, much larger. So keep that in mind. You can run these daily, run up to 20 of them daily. It's a nice little addition and bonus that they've added here in Season 5. Also with Season 5, they've added a number of things with the encounter side. A big change and also a nice quality of life change. So if we go over to here to encounters and we click on the normal encounters, you're going to see the options here. These are the mods. It just kicked off preseason, so I'm still rather low as far as the tier goes for my encounters. But what you're going to see on this side is you're going to see the mods. You can go ahead, if you don't like what's in there, you can change it to the hard mode, or you can change it to the easy mode just by paying some additional. The easy mode reroll is free. It's cost some keys to go ahead and do some of the hard mode ones. In addition to rerolling that, you have the option to reroll your map now too, which is great because a lot of people, if I go in here, I may not like the map, or I may not like the rewards, or even the size sometimes. If you don't like those, you have the option to go ahead and re-roll it. It does cost keys that you go ahead and gather through missions, or you can also get other ways. Just so you're aware, they're out on the Discord in the leak section. There's this little table that's out there that shows you the percentage. So if I went through the process and I went ahead and clicked and re-rolled, let's go ahead and do it. You'll see the new change. So now I'm going to have to go through here in order to get to the end of it. If I like that, I can go ahead and run with it. If I don't like it, I can go ahead and re-roll again, and it gives me some more options. These are the percentage as far as the width and the height that you have the option of getting. So just if you're at all interested, or you love the math behind it all, you can go ahead and check out the percentages. Again, that is in the Discord. There's a link in the description down below. That takes you to the Discord if you wanted to go ahead and check that out. In addition to the reroll option, which is new for Season 5, if you go ahead in here, I say I'm happy with this, I'm going to go ahead to the encounter. I'm going to select my different troops and vehicles, and then we're going to go to the mods. There's a new option here also. That's the hotkeys. If you look here at the bottom, you now have the option of going ahead and putting whatever hotkeys in there that you want. So we're just going to grab 3 here, click confirm. Then when I go into actually launch the encounter, I can go ahead and click on confirm. If I don't like the hotkeys, I can go ahead once it starts here and click settings, and it allows me to change any of the settings that I want to go ahead and customize. It's going to ask me, I click on it, it's going to ask me what key on the keyboard I'm going to do. I'm going to do Q again just to make sure it stays the same so I don't mess that up. But you can use any key that's on the keyboard that you want to make the adjustments. It's a nice little addition. If you don't like the default keys that are in there, it's a little change that you can go ahead and make for yourself that makes quality of life a little bit easier. So what we're going to go ahead and do is check out a few more of the upgrades that they have here. All right, we are back out of the encounter now. There's another new change that's out here, upgrades. You can go ahead and do a number of upgrades to your a number of different things, whether it's companions, whether it's your actual troopers themselves. If you go up here to the top, there's a button that says upgrades, and you're going to see a whole lot of options in here that you have. You need artifacts to go ahead and make the changes. You can go ahead and upgrade your nodes. You can upgrade your encounter upgrades, basically adding additional slots or gear slots to your troopers. You got combat upgrades now, again, your companions, and you also have right here is your other companion upgrades that you have. So you have your choice of going through here and making those upgrades as you're earning these different artifacts going through the process this season. There's also a few other upgrades that happen throughout the season that are notable in the black market. There's some just UI changes that make it a little bit easier for you to go ahead and buy and sell your different items. From the planet, from the mecha side, you're able to go ahead and it's a little bit easier to use that there. So I encourage you to go ahead and take a look. These are the main changes that are coming out here. If you are new to Outlaw Troopers, again, I encourage you to go ahead and give it a try. It's definitely worth checking out, especially now. Now's a good time to jump in there. Since it is a brand new season that hasn't even kicked off yet. It's still preseason. Still allows you to jump in the game. There's a few little bonuses in here to help you test out the preseason. If you jump in here, the season will kick off here probably in a day or two, maybe even less than that. So keep an eye on this. I'm super excited for the season to kick off. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to go ahead and try the season? If you are, let me know if it's your first season trying it or if you're a veteran and this is your 5th season going through Outlaw Troopers. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.